For anyone working in the field of marketing and advertising, growth can spell the difference between success and failure. You can either lead or get left behind. You can either set trends or follow them. You can either grow or perish. But how does one achieve growth and keep growing? In this episode of Vitamins, we'll be sharing with you our top tips on how you can grow in the creative industry. In an ideal world, us creatives would be writing and designing things with no trouble at all. But sometimes we're faced with a blank screen and a blinking cursor. When that happens, you know that you've been hit by that thing called creative block. This frustrating feeling can often lead to making you even more uninspired. But to keep growing as a creative, you can't afford to wait for that magic moment to happen. Instead, start your day by choosing to grow and create no matter what. Don't wait for inspiration to come. Just show up and do your work. Get your gears going. Get your hands dirty and start doing rough sketches or writing whatever comes to mind. Chances are, you'll find the seed of your next brilliant idea this way. When it comes to thinking of ideas, we often troop to a free-flowing environment. However, this kind of thinking stops you from reaching your full potential as a creative professional. To grow further, it's important for you to be organized. Develop your own routines and systems. Maintain focus and discipline through every task. Have a schedule that lets you set aside time for the things that you need to do and even those that you do not want to do. Having a schedule will give you more freedom to explore ideas and concepts while still meeting your deadline. Now that you have a routine that works for you, you'll have more time to seek inspiration. But as we know, inspiration won't just fall into your lap. It takes time and effort to keep finding things to inspire you. And for those days when it feels that you have been waiting for inspiration to strike, just get on your feet and chase after it yourself. Search for your own mentors. Find books, movies, photos to inspire you. Use Google, YouTube, an industry website, or even blogs. There are billions of ideas on the internet. And remember, growth never stops as long as you actively work on it. There are tons of resources at your disposal, so use them and maximize them. While you're enjoying your newfound sources of inspiration online, don't forget that the real world is just as inspiring. As a creative, it's important to go out of your shell. Talk to people, travel, immerse in different cultures. You can take up a new hobby or even attend a class. Go out for a walk and observe everything around you. Listen to conversations and learn more about people. Just keep feeding your mind with all the stories that you can find. Learning more about the world will fuel your creative tank and will help you know more about the people that you are writing or designing for. The growth of the creative industry depends on us writing and designing not just for brands, but for the people we are talking to. We need to understand them, tap into how they think, how they feel, and what they want to see in the content that we provide. To contribute to the growth of the field, it's vital that you understand the science and strategy of marketing and advertising. But how can you do this? To start, you should stay updated on the latest trends in marketing, advertising, video, and social media. Learn the nitty-gritty of the brands you're working with. Read up on insights and strategies about your target market. Doing all these will help you come up with strategically creative work that helps you, your brand, and the industry. Now, you have a lot of things that can inspire you, but you can't just count on your brain to keep tabs on all of them. You'll need a place to take note of that great quote, that animation style in the movie that you just saw, that inspiring prompt that came to you while you were in the shower. So, it's best to put together your own idea bank. which can be a simple notebook. It can be a bulletin board or even a Pinterest board. No matter which type of idea bank you choose, be sure to keep it handy. After all, you'll never know when you'll be hit by your next great idea. When you think about growing as a creative, the first thing that comes to your mind is polishing the skills that you need for your job. But are those skills limiting you to just one job? The next time you get a chance to learn something new, take on the challenge and become a hybrid creative. While it's great to become an expert in your current skill, you need to learn the basics of other skills in order to thrive in this competitive industry. This makes you more flexible, more in demand, and obviously more creative. You can learn skills by watching tutorials on YouTube, reading books, listening to podcasts, and making time for practice, practice, practice. If you're part of a highly specialized team, try asking your colleagues for tips in learning the basics of their craft. To keep growing and moving forward, you must also look back to the roots of your creativity. Stay in touch with your interests and hobbies outside your day job. Fire up your passion and create something every week. Pursue other passions. Keep painting, writing, cooking, gardening. Whatever it is that excites you and gives you joy, just do it. To maintain this good habit, put up a blog or an Instagram account dedicated to your creative projects. This lets you share your talents, track your progress, and even learn from your new fans and followers. Putting your work out there pushes you to become a consistent creator and to continue growing as a creative. These tips may seem to demand a lot out of you, but don't stress out. Just relax and have fun as you try them out. Be gentle with yourself and don't forget to stay healthy and energized. Don't forget to eat, sleep, exercise, and take mental breaks. You need energy to think creatively. By taking care of your health, you also make sure that you live a long, healthy, happy life as a creative. With these great hobbies, skills, and ideas around you, you'll be well on your way for growth. But one thing that you shouldn't forget is this. To keep growing, you must surround yourself with positive people. Your creative spirit will thrive in an environment that's filled with encouragement. Be with people who bring joy to your life and avoid those who try to hold you back from growing. You too can be a positive force in other people's lives through your creative output. Bring those good vibes into your work and help more people feel better through the things you create. To wrap things up, here's a recap of our top 10 tips for growth in the creative industry. Number 1, don't wait for inspiration to come. Show up and do your work. Number 2, be organized. Number 3, chase after inspiration. Number 4, go out of your shell. Number 5, understand the science of marketing and advertising. Number 6, have an idea bank. Number 7, become a hybrid creative. Number 8, create something new every day. Number 9, stay healthy and energized. And number 10, surround yourself with positive people. Remember, your growth as a creative contributes to the growth of the whole industry. When you work on your personal and professional growth, you ensure that you'll do great things for your fellow creatives and in the end, make an impact on the world you live in.